Welcome to Coach's Corner, everybody. I'm your host, Coach Tripp, on this local sports edition on Thursday. Thanks for joining the show. I've got head coach Steve Fell on the line, who just can't get his camera working, but we can hear him well enough, and that's all that matters. Coach, thanks for joining the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Coach, 1994, became head coach, 29 years. Oh my gosh, where has the time gone by? In our new platform, let everybody know a little bit about your background, where you're from, where you grew up, a little bit about your family.
Well, I primarily grew up, I was born and raised in Pensacola. I went to school mostly in Gulf Breeze, graduated from Gulf Breeze High. Of course, played golf all my life, and went to Huntington College. Joe Durant and I were teammates there, and West Florida started their program up in '84, I believe, and I was asked to come back and be part of that inaugural team when they started it back. And so I transferred and ended up graduating from the University of West Florida. I've got a wife and three girls that have all, basically grew up as a coach's daughter. And my oldest is 31. My middle daughter, Faith, is 22, just graduated from the University of Florida. And then I have my youngest daughter, Hope, is at Florida State as a freshman. Faith was she was 3 months old when I won my first national championship in 2001. So it's kind of come full circle with her graduating from college. And here we are banging on the door again, hoping to win another national championship. So that's pretty much my background. I've I did work at TPC at Sawgrass as a PGA apprentice. I was an assistant at Pensacola Country Club for a little while. So golf's been my background pretty much my whole life.
How did you get involved in golf? When did you find the love for golf? Who got you to play?
That was my dad. My dad really was a really good player. He got me, loving golf, and it took me. I used to go ride around with him and watch him and his buddies play, and I just fell in love with it, and couldn't get enough of it as a kid, and it's been that way ever since. So it was really my dad that got me going.
Coach, you just won your 6th South Regional Championship last week, overcoming a 4-shot deficit on the last day. Oh my gosh. You talked about your first national title in 2001, and then you're again in 2008, which was a 3-way playoff. I want you to talk a little bit about just winning the regional again, coming back from behind, and talk a little bit about the guys. Elias Felipe Garces came in second individual, but Cooper Tendick and Cameron Bonner came through as well. Patrick and Cooper started it with birdies on the third hole in the tournament, got you guys going on the last day.
Yeah, we started out the day 4 shots behind. We got off to a pretty good start and really kind of closed the gap early. Kind of lost a few in the middle, and then kind of regained them back towards the end there. A lot of really clutch playing by Elias and especially Felipe, finishing second. It came really down to the last hole. We were tied coming into the last hole, and Felipe bombed a drive down there about 340 yards and just had a flip wedge in and knocked that in there about 12, 15 feet. And the guy from Barry missed the green to the right, kind of short-sided. And he had a really tough shot, just went past about 25 feet and missed it. So all Felipe had to do was two putt, and we ended up winning. So it was a pretty tough field there. As you probably could tell, there was 14 teams ranked in the top 25 at our super regional, which is always the case. And it's sometimes harder to get through that than it is to win the national championship, so to speak. But those aren't easy, don't get me wrong. But that super regional is always just brutal.
Yeah, it really is. Talk a little bit about your first title in 2001 and then 2008 when you guys won in a three-way playoff. You've coached 40 All-Americans, including Chandler Blanchett and Orrin Wilson, both winners of the Jack Nicklaus Award for the best golfer in the country. But some of your teams were like I think it was the 2016 team. You guys won like 8 tournaments, and sometimes you have your best on that day, but gosh, you've had so many good players. David Lingmerth, right, in the PGA today. He won his first PGA tournament. Talk a little bit about your former players and David.
Well, David was with me for his freshman year and unfortunately transferred to the University of Arkansas. That's kind of become the way things are going nowadays, especially with the transfer portal. We recruit players and get them to where they're top in Division II, and then now these Division I programs are coming in and snatching them up. And with this NLI and everything, it's a little unfortunate. But Chandler Blanchet was one of the best players I've ever had, probably the best player. He won the Golf Stack Cup, which is all divisions, Division 1, 2, 3, everybody. And if you look at the list of players that have won that award, it's the who's who of professional golf, from Tiger Woods to, you name it, they're on that list. I've had a lot of incredible players. Stuart Manley was on my 2001 national championship team. He's played on the European Tour and Challenge Tour over there. He's from Wales. Pretty much, I would say, ever since. Well, he played on the Walker Cup team for GBNI and actually clinched the trophy, the Walker Cup trophy for GBNI. Has had a pretty good career over there on the European Tour. He's another one. Of course, Chandler he's out playing right now. He's playing on the Latino America PGA Tour. He's won 2 tournaments. He's probably, I think he's second on the money list for that. So he's going to probably get back on the Korn Ferry. And, once he gets out there on the PGA Tour, I think he's going to do some pretty good things. So I'm looking forward to that. Still working with Chandler as well. Still coaching him, actually. So,
wow.
Yeah.
All right. So the NC tournament will be in Warren, Ohio, at the Lakes Golf and Country Club. Starts Monday, May 22nd and 26th. You guys, I guess, are leaving on Saturday, right?
Yeah. We leave Saturday, fly up to Cleveland, and practice round on Sunday. Then we have the 54 holes of stroke play the next 3 days, and then the top 8 teams go to medal match play and single elimination, and hopefully we can get all the way through.
Well, a few years ago, you set a record for I think 7, 8 tournaments you guys won. You won 4 this year, and you've won 3 straight. Now, you and the baseball team, I think it won 18 out of 19, the hottest team in the country. You guys might be the hottest golf team in the country. There are 280 Division II schools that play sports. What is in the water at UWF?
I think, I think it's just that we have a really good group of coaches that just really love what they do and work hard at it. And I really think it's just simply that, Mike Jeffcoat does an incredible job. All our coaches do a great job. We kind of feed off each other, and, it's not a bad place to be either. So, but we just moved to #1 in the nation this morning from the Golfstat Cup, or on Golfstat ranking. And, not that does a lot for you, but it's nice to have moved up to that. Hopefully we can end up there and with the national title.
You mentioned Joe Durant was your teammate in college in Huntington. What a great guy he is. What a team you guys must have had. Who is your mentor? Who do you look for help or guidance? Or, I mean, I can play golf but I can't coach it at all. It takes a certain person to be able to analyze a swing. Is it more art than science? Talk a little bit about Joe and the art of coaching.
Well, I would say I'm a pretty good teacher. I actually work with Joe on his game. Joe and I are really close friends. So I actually helped Joe with his game out on the Champions Tour some. And, it's just learning the mechanics and techniques for all the facets of the game. And, I've done that my whole career. I studied every single day some facet of the game to always learn and improve. So, that's what it takes. You always have to stay one step ahead and always learning new things.
Every day, Coach, you try to learn something new?
Every single day.
Wow.
Every single day.
Wow, that's awesome. That's unbelievable. Does your wife and 3 daughters, do they play golf?
No, I tried to get my daughters to play. My middle daughter, she likes to play some, but I think me being a coach and this is what I do, they were kind of wanting to do something different.
Yeah, don't go to work with Dad.
They're really smart girls, and doing their own kind of thing, I guess you'd say. But yeah, Joe's a good person that I run things by for whatever I might be. If I ever need some advice, I always call up Joe and talk to him, and he's always great. And he'll come out and do stuff with the guys too. So that it's really nice to have someone in your back pocket that can, give advice from a tour veteran. That really transfers over to the guys and really gets them thinking.
Wow. Coach, thanks for joining the show. It's been a few years since you've been on, but it's always fun. Good luck at the NCAA tourney, and I'm campaigning for you and Coach Jeffcoat to get a raise.
I appreciate that.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the tourney. We'll talk to you after the tourney.
All right.
Thanks so much. Wow, Coach Steve Fell, head of golf, director of golf at the University of West Florida. What a job he's done. I wanted to give him a little bit of kudos or flack that, he's got 2 national titles there on campus. We'll be back actually after these messages. We got more. We got Matt Adams coming up, Catholic High football coach. You don't want to miss this after these messages. Thanks for watching.
There's a reason why Hill Kelly in Pensacola is the #1 selling Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer between Jacksonville and New Orleans. While other dealers have taken advantage of a competitive market with higher prices, Hill Kelly has discounted prices to the lowest of the year. And Hill Kelly in Pensacola won't surprise you with excessive charges beyond the selling price. Come see why people from Milton, Pace, Foley, Bay Minette, Daphne, Gulf Shores, Mobile, and beyond are driving to Hill Kelly in Pensacola to buy their next new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. At Hill Kelly, the bottom line price and your satisfaction are what really matter. So before you sign, check the bottom line and make the trip to Hill Kelly in Pensacola to see what true local ownership can do for you. At Hill Kelly Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Highway 29 in Car City, Pensacola. Or shop online 24/7 at hillkellydodge.com. When it comes to bottom line pricing, nobody beats a Hill Kelly deal. Nobody.
My name is Steve Reynolds. I'm the manager and owner of Cordova Lanes, and we help keep your mind out of the gutter. Cordova Lanes is part of the community of Pensacola. Being here for 43 years, we've entertained more people than any other bowling center in the city. We sell fun for a living. Cordova Lanes is located at 2111 Airport Boulevard in Pensacola, behind Cordova Mall. Come on out and see us at Cordova Lanes Bowling Center. Thank you.
Are you riding around in a filthy vehicle? Dirty car no more. Visit Ronnie's Car Wash today to get it shining in no time. They have 3 convenient locations with another coming soon. The unlimited monthly wash packages start as low as $14.95 per month with free vacuums, multi-purpose spray, and towels. Visit them in Gulf Breeze, Navarre, Fort Walton, and soon Crestview. Don't wait, wash today. Be sure to see Ronnie's Car Wash on Facebook to see the latest specials and discounts. You'll be riding and shining in no time.
Given the choice, we'd choose new over old anytime. Snap our fingers and undo years of wear and tear that every home endures. Thankfully, First Choice Home Improvement turns ugly into unugly almost overnight. First-rate materials, low prices. The transformation is unbelievable. First Choice Home Improvements, your unofficial headquarters for turning ugly into unugly. Call them today, 476-8887. Online at firstchoicehomeimprovements.com.
Your first choice is the best choice, so make your choice First Choice.
For over 30 years, you have seen the orange Beck signs all over the Gulf Coast listing a property for sale or lease. Beck Partners is your trusted advisor in commercial real estate, property management, commercial and personal insurance. Senior Vice President David Valletto has been with Beck Partners since 1989. Take advantage of his wealth of knowledge by calling him today at 982-7352. 982-7352. Extensive experience in all aspects of leasing, sales, management, and site selection will make sure your expectations are exceeded. For over 30 years, you have seen the orange Beck signs all over the Gulf Coast listing a property for sale or lease. Beck Partners is your trusted advisor in commercial real estate, property management, commercial and personal insurance. Senior Vice President David Valletto has been with Beck Partners since 1989. Take advantage of his wealth of knowledge by calling him today at 982-7352. 982-7352. Extensive experience in all aspects of leasing, sales, management, and site selection will make sure your expectations are exceeded.